Tell me everything that you know about the Polynesian deity Lono, L-O-N-O.
I don't know anything about the Polynesian deity Lono.
So you're rejecting something without knowledge of what you're rejecting.
I'm not rejecting it. No more than I'm rejecting
believe in
anything
Lono?
that I don't know anything about.
Do you believe in Lono?
I
Do you
fail to
believe
see
that
the
he is a
relevance of
deity
that.
that exists in the world, exists in the universe, that exists in the existence of everything? Do you believe that Lono
I'll
is
answer
a
that
being?
question once you answer my question, which is, do I reject everything that I'm ignorant of?
Before we answer whether we believe in something, we must ask, what is it that we are being asked to believe? Belief is not a coin flip of affirmation or denial. It is a response to understanding. To believe is not merely to say yes to existence, it is to say yes to meaning, coherence, and truth. One must first understand the claim before giving assent or rejection. To do otherwise would be intellectually dishonest.
Because that's your presupposition that undergirds your argument, and unless you can prove that that's valid, then there's no point in...
My question is quite simple.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's formulated accurately.
Do you believe that Lono exists? Yes or no?
I'm not going to answer that question for the reasons I just described. You already insisted that if I reject something, that if I'm ignorant of something, I reject it.
There is a subtle danger here, the assumption that not affirming something equates to actively rejecting it. But there's a world of difference between ignorance and dismissal. If I have never heard of Lono, I have not rejected him. I simply remain uncommitted due to lack of knowledge. Rejection implies willful denial. Ignorance implies limitation. The wise response is not accusation, but exploration.
Do you think that everyone in the world has to know everything simultaneously for that to be valid and true?
I think in order for your argument to be true, in order for it to be true that we atheists don't understand what we're rejecting, then you need to also apply that to yourself and to Christians and to Muslims and to any other person on this earth, where if you don't understand what you're rejecting the belief in, then you can't reject the belief in it. That's the implication of your...
A fair challenge, and one rooted in intellectual integrity. If I say that atheists reject God without knowledge, I must also ask, do I reject other faiths without knowledge? But let us be careful. Rejecting a claim after thoughtful investigation is not the same as dismissing it without consideration. Christianity does not call us to blind rejection or blind faith. It calls us to informed belief, grounded in reason, experience, and revelation.
Let me get to my even greater point.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying atheists don't understand what religion is or what God is in order to be able to reject it fully or completely. We have someone over here who studied it in their own way. I've studied religion. I have a degree in religious studies, specialty in Christianity and Mediterranean traditions. And further than that, beyond me, Pew Research studies suggest that atheists and agnostics actually know more about religion and about religious stories, the foundational principles, than believers.
Yes, it is true. Many atheists know the facts of religion, but knowledge is not the same as belief. One can recite the notes of a song and never have heard its music. To know the data is not to know the divine. The Christian faith is not only doctrinal, it is relational. A heart untouched by truth can still quote Scripture. But transformation does not come through information alone. It comes through surrender.
That's because they're more religious than they think they are.
Okay. You can...
They're concerned with deep matters, and one of the defining characteristics of someone who's oriented in a religious direction is that they're concerned with deep matters.
Okay.
In fact, it's virtually definitional.
Right, but they also have to identify with a religious tradition and accept the foundational stories that go along with that.
Well, that would mean more that they're sectarian than that they're religious. And most people, for example, in the United States, deny that they're religious but accept that they're spiritual.
So many today say, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. It speaks to a hunger, a thirst for meaning, but spirituality without truth is like a compass without north. Religion, when rightly understood, is not man's invention to control people. It is man's response to the one who made him. You may run from institutions, but you cannot run from the deep ache in your soul that longs to worship. The real question is not, are you spiritual? It's this: to whom is your spirit bowing? In the end, the conversation about Lono or any deity is not simply about mythology or history. It is about truth. It is about who we are, why we are here, and where we are going. The Christian claim is not that others have no fragments of truth, but that in Jesus Christ, truth is made complete. And the ultimate question is not whether I know about Lono, but whether I know the Lord